Avengers Endgame is average. Changed my mind. No spoilers yet. We've had 11 years and something like 20,000 movies, and it's all led to this. And it's okay. People seem to be loving it, which is great. Good on you. But this movie has some serious problems, and no one seems to be talking about it or even noticing it. I really wanted to love this movie. I don't think I went in with unrealistic expectations. I really am immersed in this universe. I care about these characters, especially Captain America, Iron Man, and the OG Avengers. They're my boys and girl. I'd give the movie like a 5.8 out of 10. The main reasons are, I think the comedy falls completely flat, and the fact that the comedy is all throughout the film, it sucks substance away from everything else. And the movie is generally just a celebration of the last 11 years. That's okay. We should celebrate it. It's an amazing achievement what Marvel has done, but it's at the detriment of the movie and the narrative. It was just okay. I'm not completely satisfied, and to be honest, I don't think I'm going to be watching much Marvel from now on. I am not interested. Spoiler alert! We'll start with the pros. The last act, the battle, is pretty damn good. Especially the beginning of the battle, the Avengers assemble scene. So cool, and everything I wanted out of this movie. Captain America with the hammer, I didn't know I needed that until I saw it. Holy fuck. And Ant-Man, even though all the comedy fell flat, Ant-Man was the shining light. And I liked the endings for Captain America and Iron Man. I love it when Doctor Strange is like, one, you know, and it's like, ooh. Captain America got a nice ending, but I really wish he got to cap it off. I really wish he got to do one final Captain America thing. I think it's time I get into the cons. I hate that they kill Thanos straight away. Like the Thanos that we actually connected with in Infinity War, because they killed off old Thanos who knew all these people. They bring in old Thanos through Nebula's dodgy Bluetooth connection. He goes to Scarlet Witch. I don't even know who you are. Yeah, I know, right? Like, there's no personal stakes in this. Infinity War had stakes. Every scene felt like it was all building towards the ultimate goal of beating Thanos. It just felt like half the universe was on their shoulders. And in this movie, fucking Ant-Man left the oven on, and that's how high the stakes were. They're time traveling back in time to get half the universe back. And one thing goes wrong. If one of those teams with the Infinity Stones fucks up, then it's all gone to shit. But they're all goofing off like Hulk's like, Iron Man and Ant-Man stuff up with Loki, and they're like, well, we fucked up, mate. What do we do now? And they don't seem to care. I don't have a problem with lightheartedness. Infinity War did it so much better. Thor with the Guardians of the Galaxy that were really funny, but you know, they kept the integrity of the characters and the story and the stakes at large. In this, it felt like the comedy wasn't so much the characters being funny. It was that the script was forcing them to be funny. Fat Thor. Did any of you really find that funny? Because Thor in Infinity War and Ragnarok, right? He has a really beautiful, tragic arc. His whole world has been destroyed and his family killed, and he's a broken man, and you know, Rocket Raccoon brings him back up. It's beautiful. In this, he's a fat drunk. He's been relegated to being a punchline, and not a very funny punchline at that. Pacing is just all over the place. Like, the last act is pretty good. It's balls to the wall, bombacity. Good word. Yeah, I'm glad it took its time at the beginning, but in the wrong places. You know, there were scenes, they were lying on the desk. The time travel thing, repetitive and plotting. They were like, okay, now here's a comedic scene, here's a serious scene, and like 3 comedic scenes. It wasn't until Captain America fought Captain America that I was like, oh, cool. Something cool being done with this time travel thing. And Captain fucking Marvel. How do you like her? Has the least charisma of anyone I've seen in screen for such a long time, and she's surrounded by people who have some of the most charisma I've ever seen. I like this one. What do you like about her? She just did a little smirk thing. Flies through a ship at the end and just takes it down. I was like, huh. I was really looking forward to seeing how the Avengers were going to deal with that. And then, possibly the most cringe I've ever experienced in a cinema, Captain Marvel and all the Avengers women get together for this charge. God, how much more pandering can you get? Did you see in Infinity War how they did that? 3 women being complete badasses and just doing it instead of slow-moing all the women getting together and charging in. Stop it, Disney. But yeah, I think I've summed it up. The movie is okay. I'm sure you'll love it. I'm definitely in the minority. But basically, the pacing, the comedy, the writing was a bit shit. The final battle is pretty good. This movie just felt really tired. But change my mind in the comments. I will argue with you. No, I'll talk with you. I'm not, you know.